Hello, everyone, and welcome along to this live webinar. And today, the topics are, so we'll provide you with some updates on new features of the platform. We want to introduce some promotion for our premium plan. Something that is quite exciting for us is something that we are working on in the last several months, and this is the Tenants App. So, in addition to Lendlord, an app that your tenants can use in order to interact with you as a landlord, but also with the ability to track the rent status in terms of payments and also initiate payments, and also a way for you to upload all the relevant documents when you onboard a new tenant. So we will provide you with a brief overview.
So there's
and then we will have a session for questions and answers. So feel free. Also, as we go, if you have questions, feel free to put it in the chat. If it's relevant to the topic, I try to answer. And if not, we can answer it on the Q&A session. So let's start. Before I start, I just want to emphasize the three main aspects of Lendlord. The first one is invest. So when using Lendlord, you get some tools to help you source properties, analyze the potential return, and also get some market data about the property and about the postcode. The manage aspect of the platform is after you acquire the property, or if you own an existing portfolio, you can manage all the data you need for each property. You can store the documents, you can track the due dates, and also manage the entire cash flow of your portfolio in terms of income and expenses. And by that, you can track the performance of your properties. And also, if you have a small portfolio, it can actually be some kind of accounting software for you. And the third aspect is the finance side of the platform. So Lendlord algorithms knows to analyze your portfolio, and based on that, you will see available lenders for buy-to-let mortgages, and you will see the live products that are now out there. And based on the data that you enter, the platform will tell you which product is actually can be a fit for you, and then you can also apply online using our digital broker. And the other side of finance is our bridging activity. So here we act as a lender, so you can see the platform actually generate indicative terms instantly based on the data. And then you can start an application to apply for bridging finance. And something that it's important to mention, that the indicative terms that you see from the platform are not always the final terms. So there is a team that will do the underwriting and will give you like personal service. So basically we can speak with you afterwards and negotiate the terms. And now we have promotion, it's a free valuation if you apply for bridging by the end of June. So let's start with the new features. So refurbishment works plan generator. Okay, so the first features I will touch on the invest part of the platform. So the works plan generator is available from the deal analyzer. So the deal analyzer, you can access it from the invest in the menu and then go deal analyzer. You have rental deal analyzer and you have flip deal analyzer. You start with typing the address. Then you need to put the purchase price and the expected monthly rent. And in this section of the purchase details, the platform expects you to put the refurb costs. So even if it's a purchase, just, the property is habitable and you're going to put a tenant inside, so perhaps it's less relevant. But let's say that you need to do some improvement to the property, and it's, I think, even more important on the flip analyzer, then you can use our feature, the works plan feature, to create schedule of works. By clicking add new cost, you can select from our predefined items, but you can add your own item and just select the name and start creating your schedule of works. You can put description, notes, of course, the cost and the starting date of the work and the completion date. And then basically after you add all the items, you will have the entire schedule of works ready. In this table, you can see the entire cost. You can see the start date of the entire project, the end date of the entire project. And then you can export it as a PDF or as Excel spreadsheet, and you can share it with someone else. The works plan generator is part of our premium plan, which is £99 per year, £12 per month. The platform, just for people that don't know, the platform is free to use. You can manage unlimited properties on Lendlord, but there are some features extra features that are on our premium plan. So this is the works plan generator, very valuable tool, especially if you do refurbishment projects or you want to start one. The next new feature, so basically it's an old feature, but we renewed it and launched it again. So from the invest part in the menu, go to property sourcing, click on market properties. And here we have partnership with thousands of agents all around the UK. And we get a live feed. Here you can see when basically this property was uploaded to the platform. And you can see it here, and you can apply filters in terms of property type, and of course location, minimum price, max price, number of bedrooms, and you can get some information about this property, and of course you can see the first analysis based on our deal analyzer if you are going to use this property as a buy to let or if you are going to flip it. You can click adjust and then play with the numbers and see the metrics for the short term and the long term. So you can also add properties to your watch list. So next time you will log into Lendlord, it will be available for you. And this is an addition to the auctions page, which here you can see auction lots from online auction houses, and to the property lists page, which you can fetch and search for a specific category of properties also all around the UK based on an address or a postcode. Also, you can find here auction properties, but also other categories. So this was the on-market properties. The next feature, My Documents. So now we will move to the manage side of the platform. So on My Portfolio, of course, you can manage your entire portfolio, all the relevant details separated by sections when you edit a property or add a new one. And if you click on the three dots when you hover over a property row, you can click on upload documents and upload the relevant documents for this property. But there is another place which you can manage all the documents and they are connected. So if you will upload document here, it will be available on the new page, My Documents, and vice versa. So go to manage My Documents. And here you have different levels. My Documents is also part of our premium plan. You can upload limited number of documents for free, but if you want more, you need to upgrade. So here you have the common files. Basically, you can upload any file that you want. You can name it and upload the file afterwards. Then you have all of your properties in this list. For each property, there are some predefined documents that you can upload: the EPC, the ICR, floor plan, the insurance policy, planning permission if you have, of course, the AST, and you can also upload any file you want for each property. Then you have the owners. So on Lendlord, you can manage more than one owner in one account. The way to do it is if you go to the right top menu and click on portfolio owners. So here we'll see all the owners that are added to this account, were added. And on My Documents, you can manage the documents for each owner. So let's say you want to apply now for a mortgage or for bridging. You will need to provide passport copy, utility bill, bank statement, credit report, latest payslip. So all of these can be managed here with alerts when the utility bill, for instance, is about to expire because it's valid for 3 months. So it's helpful to store it here. And then you have the company documents. So if you have properties under company ownership, you can also manage the companies. You also have a dedicated page for this. And on My Documents, you can upload the company documents as well. And you can upload basically any file you want to the company level.
Aviram, there's one question. And
Yep.
then, how safe is saving documents like IDs and land registry in Lendlord in My Documents?
Okay, so it's a great question. So in terms of security, Lendlord are stored on AWS, on the cloud, under security groups. All the communication is encrypted. We recommend our users to, from the settings, apply the two-factor authentication to get even your account more secure. We have daily backups and firewalls between the servers and to the database. No one can access your data, and we are not passing over any of your details to any third party. So we take security seriously. We have a dedicated team member for that. And we have also in terms of GDPR, all the documents in place. So we can say it's safe, but of course it's up to you to decide if you want to use this feature and which documents you want to upload and store, but it's available and we do our best to keep it very secure. Okay, another important feature of My Documents, and I really like this feature because it's very, very useful if you want to share some of your documents with someone else. So for this, we implemented the packages section. So you can see it here on the right side. So if you want to create a new package and you want to share it, click on New Package, just name it. Then decide what is the purpose of this package. So let's say it's a potential buyer package. So I want to share some data with a potential buyer to one of my properties. Here I will select the property I want to share. And in the next step, I just need to select the documents. I can also select documents for owners. In this case, it's not relevant, but just for the example, I will share the passport copies and I click Create Package. So then the platform will take some of the details from my portfolio on this property. The tenancy details and the documents you decided to share. Then you need to click on Share Package. to put the email address, and decide for how long you want to share this link with the person you're going to share it. Just also in terms of security, so this link will expire after 12 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours. You can always extend it. Okay. So and then I shared it with me, and even if I'm not a Lendlord user, I will receive an email and I will get an HTML link with basically what you see here. I can download documents from there. So if you want to share it even with your broker, you can just select all the documents that the broker needs and share the package with him. All right, so this was the My Documents feature. Now, next feature, scan receipt. On Manage, you can go to the Transactions page. So in the Transactions page, you have several ways to upload your income and expense transactions. The best way for me is to link your bank account and get a live feed. The platform will retrieve every 24 hours the transactions from your bank account, or if you use Xero, from your Xero organization, the reconciled transactions, and then you will need to allocate them to the relevant property and also to the category. But there are other ways. You can import a CSV file, Excel, that you need to save it as CSV with transactions. And you can, of course, add a transaction manually. And now there is a new feature. It's also part of our premium plan. To scan a receipt, you will need to select the file.
I sent you.
You sent me a receipt, so let me just, for example, send it to my email. Sorry,
No,
my email.
Slack.
All right, so 1 second. By the way, so the scan receipt is also available on our mobile apps, or if you use Lendlord from your mobile browser. So 1 second, I will store it. So on mobile, it's even easier because you just need to use your camera. So you just need to picture the receipt, and then it will be uploaded, the data will be uploaded to Lendlord. All right, so let's try again and share the screen. Click scan receipt. All right, so after the receipt, you see the description is from the PDF that I used, but you can use also pictures, and the amount was also extracted, the date was extracted, and also the type. So now all I need to do is just to select the property I want to allocate this transaction and select the category. And click save and allocate, and it will be stored on my profit and loss, and I can review it either from this page or from the reports. But this is not the topic of our webinar. So just for you to know that there is now another option, so you can scan receipts. All right, I think this is all about the new features. Sorry, if we have like a questions that are relevant, please let me know. And if not, I will start speaking about the premium promotion.
Lucy asked, how does the valuation works regarding bridging?
Valuation for, let's see.
Bridging.
So When we generate indicative terms, the platform take it based on market data that we have and APIs. But eventually, if like for any application above, usually above 50%, we will need to instruct a surveyor. So basically to someone that inspect the property and provide us with a valuation report before we release the funds. Just to make sure that the loan to value is valid and to assess the risk. So this is the way. When you use Lendlord, you can, even if you analyze your property deal, you can use one of our APIs with property data to get some indication about the property value. So you can get online estimation for the property value. So of course we can use it as an indicative number, but eventually if the loan to value is quite high, we will need to get the physical valuation. All right, so Lendlord premium plan. So I think that I already mentioned some of the features. So the My Documents, the workspace generator, and the scan receipts. What else we have on this premium plan? Unlimited property and rent value estimations. So if you analyze new property deal, you can get online estimation for the value of the property, but also estimation of the monthly rental income from this property. And this is based on the postcode and other parameters. So it's very valuable. You can do it when you analyze deal. You can do it when you source property. So you can get estimation, online estimation about the value of this property and also for the rental income. And also you can do it for your existing portfolio. So let's say you want to understand or to see how much your property is valued today. You can put some of the details and see the number here. So on the premium plan, you get unlimited property value and rent estimations. Unlimited postcode information searches. So again, on the invest part, when you analyze new property deal, you can click on postcode information and get some important metrics about the postcode. So on the free plan, you have some limited searches per month. But if you go premium, you will get unlimited. You can run it basically on unlimited postcodes every month. So you can see the 5-year capital growth in this area. You can see the property demand analytics. Is it a buyer or seller market in this postcode? Some statistic about crime, the rental demand. Is it a lender market or tenant market? A price per square foot in this specific postcode, couldn't retrieve it. Statistics and data about demographics in terms of politics, commute method, age distribution, some data about schools in the area, and the council tax, flood risk, etc. So also very valuable before you purchase a property to understand the postcode. So the postcode information page is a great way to discover important information, and this is also available on our premium plan. Link unlimited bank accounts to reconcile transactions. So I already mentioned that, but just to show you how easy it is. And by the way, this is also something that is very secured. We use Plaid as a provider, and it's a company that is regulated by the FCA to implement the open banking, and Lendlord is approved by the FCA to be an agent of Plaid. And when you link bank account, Lendlord, we don't have any access, or we don't get your credentials, of course. The only thing that we get through Plaid is the a read only to the feed of the transactions. So here, when I link bank account, it will be redirected to my bank account to put the credentials. Don't worry, it's a secure environment. And then the connection is done. I click continue. And basically I created now integration with this account. And then on the transactions page, I can start retrieving transactions. So I can retrieve, like in the beginning, historical transaction. We recommend to do it in bulk. So let's say I want to arrange May 2023. So we increase transactions between 1st of May to the end of May. And then I will start allocate those transactions to a property, and I can also put a category. Right.
Hello, am I broadcasting?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to ask a very simple question. Is this program compatible with Making Tax Digital? Because that,
yeah,
you know, the UK government wants us all to go digital. I mean, I personally, I don't need all these fancy add-ons. I just need an accounting program that I'm going to be able to send to my accountant.
yes. So look, if you use the bank accounts feed, or even if you just import the transactions file and you allocate all the transactions, then definitely on the reports page, you can generate a P&L report. So you can,
right,
for instance, for the last financial year, let me switch an account. 1 second. We'll have some data. All right. And this can definitely be shared with your accountant. If you wanted it with more breakdown, you can see the property breakdown. So for each property, the income and the expenses based on the categories, or you can go to the expenses breakdown page, and you can see all the transactions.
right.
Basically go category by category, or the income breakdown. And we also have a tax report. Now,
Okay.
if you want
and can it split it between two owners? I mean, if the properties are in joint ownership, does it split it into each owner?
Absolutely, yes. You just need to select the owner, and you will see just this owner, and you can see just the values based on his percentage on each property. So yes, it's definitely available. Right. Now, if you want to file, so part of Making Tax Digital, the first phase, and this is something, by the way, that you can start doing now if you are not under limited company. So if you own your properties on private ownership, you can click File Your Tax Return. And here, basically, we use Untied. This is our partner. So it will redirect you to create an account with Untied, but then after that, you will stay on Lendlord. And with Untied, you can actually file your tax return electronically to the HMRC.
Okay.
So yeah, so this functionality is available, but it's more enhanced. I don't think that we can cover it in this webinar.
Okay.
So feel free to schedule a demo with Sarel and our customer success team.
Okay, well, I tried to do that, but I didn't get any response.
So it's a calendar, so hopefully, like, I'm sure that
I'll try again. I'll send another request. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, the best thing is that Sarel will put his calendar. So if you schedule like time on his calendar, that will happen. All right. So thanks.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very for your question. Let's move on. So in terms of bank accounts integration, after you allocate it from the transactions page, every day the platform will retrieve your income and expense transactions from the last 24 hours. So when you log into the platform, you'll receive the pop-up to allocate the new transactions. So it's very straightforward, very easy to use. And also it will make sure that you are on track in basically allocating all the transactions, rather doing it manually. And the good thing is that you can also apply rules. So once you allocate transaction, the platform will ask you if it's a recurring transaction. And if you mark it as yes, the platform will know next time that this transaction is being retrieved to allocate it to the relevant property, to the relevant tenant if it's a rental income, and to a category. And we did a webinar just on that, but we'll do like another one. But just try it out. I think it's very valuable. The next feature on the premium plan is the property watchlist. So if you source properties and you want to keep them, to store them, you can just click on this icon and then it will be added to your watch list. And then, for instance, if it's an auction property, then you will receive an alert before the auction date. And we are going to add more alerts for properties in terms of price decrease, price increase, and also since like new development of the platform on the sourcing. Based on your preferences, we can notify you that there is now a new property that meets your criteria, so you can check it out and analyze the deal. So this is also part of the premium plan. And the receipt scan that we showed before. Also, if you want to file your tax return to HMRC electronically, it's also part of the premium plan. And there are some benefits if you are on our premium plan. So you get 5 free tenant reference checks. And the way to do it is from the My Tenants page. So when you add a tenant, you can add the prospect tenant. And then after you put the details of the tenants, then you can send him a link to complete the background checks, referencing check, and then you will receive the report to your email afterwards. So just need to fill in all the details here and then it will be available. So if you want to do tenant referencing check to your tenant, it's also available. You can use it even if you don't in the premium plan, then you think that you will need to pay £5 or £6 per tenant referencing check. But if you're on premium, you get 5 free reference checks. Another benefit is if you apply for bridging, you will receive a discount for the arrangement fee. And if you apply for mortgage, you will get a discount on the broker fee. Also, you will get 10% discount on landlord insurance policy, but this just if you do it with our provider, Ellen Boswell, then you will be eligible for this discount. So the promotion that we do today just for the webinars attendance. So if you haven't started yet a free trial to the premium, so first we enhance it to all users to 30 days. But just today for this webinar, we are going to provide 60 days free for the first 2 months for the premium plan. We don't have a link. It's like something that we now implemented. So if you are interested, please put your email address on the chat, or you can send, I think this will be the best way. So just put your email address in the chat. We will capture all the emails. And then once you start a free trial from your landlord account, we will get a notification and we will extend your trial to 60 days. So we'll have like 2 months to try it out, just to try all the premium features. And then after 2 months, you will decide if you want to proceed. It will ask you to put your credit cards when you start the trial, but it will not charge you, and you can cancel at any time. So just be aware of that as well. So if you are interested, please put your email address. Yeah, I can see some of you send me on private. So it's okay. You can also send it as a direct message to me or to Sorel, but you can also put it on the public chat, and we will make sure that you get a 60-day free trial. All right, so our next topic is a sneak peek to our new Tenants app. I have a quick poll. I don't know if you can also use the chat for that, or just raise your hand if you find the icon for that. How many manage your properties by yourself, and how many, this is the question, and rather managing it with a property manager. So how many doing it like self-managing their properties? Okay, I see few. All right. So I think that even if you manage your properties with a property manager, you can use the Tenants app for some reasons, but if you self-manage, then the Tenants app, I think it's a perfect solution, and we will continue to enhance this app. So what I'm going to show you now, it's just on the QA environment. Hopefully it will be live in the next 2 weeks, and it will be like still very lean version, but we will keep enhancing it to add more and more features to help you manage your tenants more efficiently, and also will help you to interact with your tenants. So I will use the QA environment for that. So for my tenants, this is the page to manage your tenants and tenancies. Click on. So let's start with adding a tenant. So it will be available also for tenants that you already, or the existing tenants, but also for new tenants. So I click add tenant, I will put the name, some details of the tenant, then the tenancy details. So first I need to attach it to a property, define the tenancy period. The rent payment, it's monthly, if it's a rolling tenancy or not. I can also add some details about the guarantor, the deposit scheme, etc. And then click save. When I click save, the platform will create for me a payment schedule for this tenant based on the details I entered about the tenancy. If you're not happy with the payment schedule, you can edit each payment row, you can delete payment row, you can add payment or remove payment. And if you want the platform to regenerate, just click edit tenancy and recreate. Now, so after the platform created the payment schedule, click on approve and invite tenant. And you will receive this wizard to start inviting your tenant. Click proceed, approve the tenant. Then I think it's important to share some documents with your tenant. So if you have a welcome pack, you can upload it from here. And of course, the tenancy agreement, and you can also upload any other document. And some documents about the property. For instance, if you want to share the gas safety certificate or the EPC, the ICR, if you have right to rent, if you have an HMO license, those things should be shared with your tenant, so you can upload them from here and share it with your tenant. Then in terms of payments, so here you can use the way that you use today. So you will not use a Lendlord to initiate your payments, but you will use Lendlord to track the payments and also to allow your tenants to see the payment schedule and the balance. But if you want Lendlord to initiate payment for you, just click pay once per payment, and here we use applied as well. And you will need to connect your bank account to get the payments directly from your tenants. So basically here, what we are implementing actually is payments initiation between you and the tenant. So the payment schedule will not be just for tracking, but also the tenant will pay through the Lendlord app. You can also choose standing order, and then your tenant will need to set up the standing order from his dashboard. Then click continue and click send invitation. And when you click send, your tenant will receive an email with an invitation to create a Lendlord account. And what he will see something like this. It's currently very lean, but if I would upload documents, he will see the documents. He can manage his suppliers here. And of course, he can track the rental payments. And if you decided that you want him to pay through Lendlord, you will have the ability to set it up from here. We will have some details about the contact details of the landlord. If I would put the numbers, you would see it here. And you can also review the payment schedule. Yeah, I think it's a future tenancy. And the documents, and we'll have like a page for suppliers. So this is not live yet, but this is something that we are going to launch hopefully in the next few weeks. And it will allow you to start inviting your tenants to share with them the payment schedule and share with them important documents. All right, so before we go to the questions and answers session, and feel free to ask also about the Tenants app, I want us also to introduce a new service that we now provide. So Lendlord works with many partners in many areas, and we work also with some influencers. So we implemented this marketplace of experts. So in each category, we have different experts. And you can book calls with them. So those experts are, we're very well experienced, and each one of them charge different price. So we allow you, of course, to schedule a call, but of course it's something that it's with payment. It's not free. So we have some well-known and very experienced property investors, landlords, and Toby, for instance, he has expertise in property auctions, and we have also a guy that has experience in lease extensions, for instance. So you can find also specific topics that might be interested for you to learn more, or like if you need an advice. So this is something that is new. It's like another service that we provide, and we will keep enhancing the list of the experts. Some of them are more expensive, some of them less expensive, but it's up to you to decide if you want to schedule based on their experience. And yeah, some of them also created a short video.
Hey guys, my name is Aaron. You
introducing
may recognize me from
themselves.
social media as the Anxious Investor.
So you can see basically their pitch and what you can get if you schedule a call. All right, so now let's go to questions and answers session. Sarel, if we have a question that you think it's worth answering from the chat you didn't answer already, so please.
We didn't have much questions. Lucy just asked where she can track ongoing repairs. She can record them if she wants, because she's running her portfolio with an agent.
All right, so the version I showed, like this version of the Tenants app is very lean right now, but we are going to enhance it in the upcoming weeks. So one of the next feature will be messaging. So you will have like a way to interact with your tenants, and the tenants interact with you over a digital chat. And the next stage of that will be maintenance reports. So they can also report an issue, and hopefully this will be also something that is more enhanced in the future, that will involve also the suppliers, the providers. So it's like in the roadmap. And I think one of the first version will have also this, like we'll have already the chat. So you will be able to do some messaging with your tenants. All right. So if you have any other questions, feel free to put them on the chat or raise your hand. You can also ask it out loud. Perhaps we can repeat some of the questions, Sorel.
Okay.
Okay, can you add 2 or more tenants to one property? So yes, the answer is yes. So on my portfolio, let me just jump to this account. So in my portfolio, you can enter all your property in your portfolio. Then on my tenants, you can add unlimited tenants, and you can definitely add more than one tenant to a specific property. So for instance, if I already added James Smith to 54 Eaton, then I can add another tenant to the same property. And perhaps it will be in a different unit, so I can just name the unit in a different way. So yes, definitely you can do it, and you can run HMOs on Lendlord as well. So if you have an HMO property on my portfolio, it's recommended in the property details to mark it as an HMO property. Then you can also track the HMO license due date. So you will know before that you need to renew it. Also put the license number, and of course you can also upload the documents, the license itself. So this is also something that you can manage, and then based on number of units, you can manage as many tenancies that you want.
Aviram, Anthony was asking if he wants to use Lendlord for postcode checks and do analysis and valuation, if you can use it just in the free version of Lendlord.
All right, so yes, so we have, but it will be limited. So sorry, correct me if I'm not mistaken, we have 3 postcode searches per month on the free version, and also free property valuation and 3 rental valuation per month. But if you want to do it like more, to go unlimited, then you need to upgrade your account. All right. Okay, another question from Lucy. Will the property passport or something like licensing that is being proposed, will Lendlord be able to help with? Lucy, I'm not sure if I understood correctly, so if you can elaborate more. All right. I think if you have any last questions, please put it on the chat. Okay, so let's call it for today. So just to remind you, if you still want the 60 days free trial, put your email address on the chat. And then once you start the free trial, we will extend it, or we will contact you in order to do that. And if you want to speak with one of our experts, you can click on the banner of the consult with an expert, And also I want to remind you that we have the promotion of free valuation if you apply for bridging with us by the end of June. If you haven't subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe now to get more relevant content and be on top of all of our future webinars. Okay, so thanks everyone, and see you in the next webinar. Thank you.